All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here today for this very, very special yet very important show. You are not going to want to miss a single second of this show, whether you're here live or on the replay. It's going to clear up a bunch of things and set us all up for a very positive and amazing future. But before we get to all of that, first of all, as always, let me make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube and make sure it is rolling well. Boop, 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 boop. And it looks like it is rolling well. Let me also check out the back end. Did I just say that? I did just say that. Let me also make sure that the notification has gone out. I'm a little tired, folks. I've gotten enough sleep, but all of the emotional overload and drain regarding all of this craziness happening lately out here on YouTube throughout the communities I've been a part of is just draining. And I'm just looking forward for this to finally end. The notification, the YouTube notification has gone out. And let me do a sound check. I'm going to clear up a bunch of things and set us all up for a very positive. All right. Looks like everything is rolling smoothly. Whew, wow. Let me first start off by just reading the title of the stream. The title of the stream is Fake Instigated Drama Gone Way Too Far. This is definitely the end and moving forward. One more time, the topic of this stream is Fake Instigated Drama Gone Way Too Far. This is definitely the end and moving forward. There's a lot to talk about, and I've got about 2 hours to do it. I'll probably take 1 or 2 breaks in between. But I've got to stop around 2:15 Pacific, which is 5:15 Eastern, around that time there. I need to stop the show because after that point, I've got to get ready and help Dawn get ready to get to a doctor's appointment that she has with her neurologist today, the seizure specialist doctor. Dawn's recent seizure has been in question. I'm going to share a little bit about that at the beginning of the show. I'm going to share a bit about everything, and hopefully we can all move forward after this show here, because there's really going to be not much that needs to be said after this, if anything. Unless people want to continue the garbage, then yeah, we have to address it. But if people are truly going to start moving on and move forward, we're going to do the same thing. That's all we've ever wanted. That's all we've ever wanted, right? AZ Prod, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. And if you're here live, as always, in the studio, there is a 1-minute delay between what I say and what goes out. Also, as a reminder, Dawn and I are going to be going live members only tomorrow night. We're going to finally do that show we put off a few times because we've just had a lot going on between doctor's appointments and all this other, stuff happening on YouTube here throughout, the communities that we participate through or in. And we wanted to just knock that out and get a little rest and be ready for an amazing members-only live stream tomorrow night with Dawn and I. It's going to happen at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams. And the topic of tomorrow's show is going to be overcoming depression and how it affects you. One more time, overcoming depression and how it affects you. If you want to join us live tomorrow, you're going to have to purchase a $4.99 channel membership. if you just want to be able to access the stream while it's live or any future members-only live streams while they're live. If you want access to the replays, we changed that up a little bit last week. If you want access to the replays in case you can't make the lives, or you want to catch past replays, or if you want to get access to any potential or possible future pre-recorded members-only videos, you're going to have to go with the $9.99 package, which will also include everything from the other packages. You'll get members-only live streams with the $9.99 package. You'll get the replays. You'll get the pre-recorded members-only videos. And you will also get members-only live chats. Sometimes I'll do a sometimes I'll do a publicly viewable stream, but run a members-only chat. With the $9.99 package, you get everything. With the $4.99 package, you get members-only live chats when I do publicly viewable streams, and you will also get access to the members-only live streams only while they're live, not the replays. If you just purchase the members-only live chat package for $2.99, all you're going to get access to is publicly viewable streams where the chat is members only. So my advice would be to go for the $9.99 package if you're short on money, and $4.99 is your max, and you only truly want to be there when the show's live. Go with the $4.99 package, and that'll suit you perfectly. So that is that. Yeah, and I'm really drained. Hey, Be Good, how you doing? Hey, Eli, got you on in the car here listening. Have a good one, everyone. Hey, thank you for being here. Be good. Ladybug, moving on is the best thing. I support that for sure. Well, that's great. That's great. Whoever you are, maybe you're someone from the other side. But yeah, we definitely are moving on after this, as long as the other side keeps their word. And we're going to get to what they've proposed here in just a little bit. But first things first. Be Good says, thanks, AZ. And again, there's a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out to the chat while we're here live. First things first, Tiffany did a live stream a little bit ago. Just finished about maybe 45 minutes or so ago. Now, if you're watching this on the replay, she may have taken it down by then. I think it's still publicly viewable for right now. You're going to want to check that out. Tiffany shared a bunch of things, and she even, came at me a little bit, but still defended me at the same time. I get where you're coming from, Tiff. I get where you're coming from, but I also chatted with Tiff privately behind the scenes. I'm not going to share what we talked about behind the scenes, but all is good. She understands where I'm coming from as best as possible, and I've wished her nothing but the best in all of her endeavors. But, I'm going to talk about some of the things that Tiff mentioned because I want to clear things up once and for all, because other people have mentioned some similar things. And this involves my girlfriend, Dawn, regarding a recent seizure she had while we were on vacation at her parents' place over the Memorial Day weekend a couple weeks ago. People have been questioning whether that seizure was real or not, and it absolutely was real. I witnessed it. Her parents witnessed it. And the next thing that you mentioned, Tiffany, and some other people have mentioned is you folks are thinking that these seizures are being caused by alcohol withdrawal syndrome. I can understand why you feel that way. And both Dawn and I and her doctors initially felt that way too, but we do not feel that it's alcohol withdrawal syndrome. And I'm going to explain to you why. We don't owe you an explanation, but as part of our transparency, we want to give you an explanation. So you folks are not worried about things, okay? So Dawn does not drink really any hard alcohol. Like when her and I will go out, we might have a margarita or something like that. Who doesn't have a margarita? Who doesn't go out and have a drink every now and then responsibly, right? And Dawn likes to drink some beers. Beers have 9.5% alcohol or 7.5% alcohol, depending on which ones you get. One shot is 40% alcohol. To get the same effect from one shot, you need to drink about 4 or 5 beers. And Dawn is not doing that. Now, to further explain, when Dawn broke her ankle, she was in the hospital twice because the first doctor screwed up the surgery and caused a major issue that the second doctor, which is actually a part of the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, that her and I both get our medical care at. He repaired the surgery, redid it, and Dawn, I want to make an announcement here today. We saw her doctor yesterday, the doctor that did the surgery, the foot doctor, and he cleared her 100%. She can put full weight bearing on her ankle, and that's all good. Okay. But additionally, when Dawn was having her last surgery, she was in the hospital. They kept her in there for 5 nights, okay, just to make sure everything was going to be okay. And during those 5 nights, she didn't have a single drop of alcohol, and she did not have any alcohol withdrawal syndrome. Now, everybody knows if you're truly an alcoholic, you cannot go more than a few hours, with having a drink, because that could potentially put you into alcohol withdrawal syndrome and potentially give you a seizure, right? I understand how alcohol withdrawal syndrome can cause seizures. Now, you folks out there have not been at every single doctor's appointment that Dawn and I have been to, and you don't live with Dawn, and you don't know the situation. And whether you love me or hate me or whatever, the truth of the matter is I know the situation, and I've been helping her as best as possible. But the seizure that happened at her parents' place was not alcohol withdrawal related. If you folks want to continue to spin that narrative, that's up to you. Do what you got to do, but that's not the case, okay? What we do think is going on is she's on a lot of medication. She's on anti-seizure medication. What we do think is a potential aspect of it is dehydration and also lack of nutrition. Dawn recently had a video chat with her primary care physician a few days ago, and they're going to further look into it. Her primary thinks that the medication she's on could be affecting her appetite, so they're looking into that. Hey, Raleigh, thank you so much for that great video you put out earlier. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. I'm not going to play any clips. I'm just going to share my thoughts, but thank you so much for being here. And thank you for being a $99.99 channel member. That's far too kind, far too generous, man. I don't even know what to say about that, dude. I'm at a loss for words. And so is Dawn. But what we also think has been causing the seizures primarily is lots of stress, lots of anxiety, and lots of depression based on the situation between Dawn's mother and her daughter. Now, I'm not a doctor, but I've lived with a woman for almost, a year and a half now? I've been with her for like 2.5 years. It's going on 3 years. If anyone is going to know her better than anyone, including her family, is the man that's living with her all day, every day, right? Okay. So this is why I've talked about her mother and her family, because this has been affecting Dawn for the longest time, because it all stems back to something I'm not going to go into, but I will say in general, there is some unresolved trauma that's been affecting Dawn since, back in her younger days. And I'm not going to get any further into that. It's none of my business, and I'm not going to say anything about it. But what I do care about is the things that her mother will say to her today, and the fact that, her daughter's not in the picture. And I firmly believe at this point, the reason why Dawn's daughter is not in the picture has a lot to do with Dawn's mother and some other things that I'm not going to talk about. And that affects Dawn because it's not her fault. She's paying the price for something she didn't do. Okay. And again, there's more to the story that we're not going to share publicly. But just know that Dawn has been dealing with something for decades and decades, that she's just wanted to have resolved. She just wants support from her mother. She just wants the past to be acknowledged and let go by her mother. And it breaks her heart when she has conversations with her mother by phone. And anytime that Dawn mentions her daughter, her mother gets upset about it. Now, again, there's more to the story that I'm never going to share. It gets way too personal, and I'm not going to take it to that level. But that's what's going on. So when Dawn and I went to Dawn's parents' place over Memorial Day weekend, she walked into her parents' place and saw pictures of Ashley all over the place. So how is Dawn supposed to feel? Like, how is Dawn supposed to feel? And yes, Dawn's mother doesn't have to take down those pictures. But my whole question is, why hasn't Dawn's mother acknowledged what's affecting her daughter and tried to console her over it? Instead of trying to just tell her, look, it is what it is, just let it go, blah, blah, blah. This has been affecting Dawn, and I think this is what's been causing Dawn's seizures. She's under a lot of emotional distress when it comes to dealing with her mother over her daughter, which is her mother's granddaughter, right? But quite frankly, the most important thing, like the grandkids are important, but to a mother, her own kids are the most important thing. And I just feel in this case, Dawn's mother's being more supportive to her granddaughter, which is her daughter's daughter, instead of being more supportive to her own daughter. AZ Prod says, makes sense. Are you talking about what I'm saying here, dude? That's the thing. That's what's going on. So see, if it wasn't for that, let me tell you this. Dawn and I are not perfect people. We've never said that we're perfect. We've made mistakes, but we've learned from them, and we're happy together, and we're trying to share with the world our experiences. So you folks understand that life is not easy, but you can make it easier based on how you show up as individuals. And if you're in a relationship, based on how well you communicate and how you treat each other, right? And that's why I stood up for Dawn, even though I'm not going to lie, it did make Dawn a little upset, me talking about her family. But I told Dawn, I said, look, I'm going to protect you from everyone, including your family, my family. You're my lady. I'm going to protect you. I love you. If you love a woman, as a man, when you love a woman, you will jump in front of a train for her, just like Bruno Mars says, right? Okay. Okay. Let me just read the lyrics here. The Bruno Mars song Grenade. is exactly what any man would do for a woman he truly loves. I'd catch a grenade for you, yeah, yeah. Throw my hand on a blade for you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd jump in front of a train for you, yeah, yeah. You know I'd do anything for you, yeah, yeah, right? I'd go through all this pain, take a bullet straight through my brain. Yes, I would die for you, baby, but you won't do the same. No, 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 no. I remember when I first heard that song, I was like, who the fuck is this Bruno Mars dude? Man, this dude is like getting angry and bitter that something didn't work out. But I've grown to really, I respect Bruno Mars is one of my favorite all-time artists. I mean, Bruno, you're a genius, dude. Your music is phenomenal. And I think he writes his own songs too. But see, that's what I would do for Dawn. I would do that for Dawn because I love her. I'm going to protect her from all fucking evil, even her own family and my family, her friends. I'll protect her from everyone. That's what a real man does. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Or if that's the wrong thing to do. So when it comes to Dawn, I really want you folks to understand why I've talked about all these things. I'm not trying to exploit anyone. I've been accused of exploiting everyone for content. I'm a coach here. I'm here to help people by sharing my stories and Dawn and I both sharing our stories and being transparent and raw and real. That's what we do. We're not here to exploit anyone. But how in the world can we help people if we don't share any context or share if we don't share the context of these stories accurately, which is what I'm trying to say, or share these stories in general? How can we help people? Yeah, AZ Prod's loving that Bruno Mars. Yeah. 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. That's the only problem with the delay, but it's all good. It's close enough, right? So, Body Repair Guy Raleigh says, I agree, Eli. People have the right to be treated fairly. I had a grandmother who liked to pick favorites, and I wasn't one of them. I remember being treated poorly by her. It was heartbreaking. Yeah, Raleigh, here's the thing. It's like, I don't hate Dawn's family. I love her parents. And despite what her mother may think about me at this point, I love her mother. I do. I just don't like how she makes her daughter my girlfriend and future wife to feel a lot of the times. It affects her. It's affecting her seizures. It's affecting her health. So I have to jump in. I don't have a choice. And if I didn't jump in, I wouldn't be a good man. And so here's the thing. This is the kind of guy I am. If people are going to push me to my outer limits, if people are going to do dumb things that affect my life, I will call you out on my YouTube channel and I will use you as an example. And if you want me to stop, then stop your bullshit. Anyone that does not want to be used as an example for coaching, don't do dumb shit and I won't use you as content. Because that's what I do. That's what I do as a coach. I'm not here to exploit you. I'm here to share examples that are going to help people. But people like to throw the word exploitation out there like there's no tomorrow. I feel you, Raleigh. I feel you. You know, family can end up being your worst enemies at times, right? Even your own family can do things that they themselves need to be called out on. Larry says, it's a double-edged sword. Sacrifice yourself for the one you love while making life a misery for your kids, parents, and the surviving spouse. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're talking about the Bruno Mars song Grenade, and you're talking about what I was saying. I would do anything for Dawn. When a man really loves a woman, a man would give up everything for that woman. Now, it's not being a sissy. It's not saying that you're going to do that for a woman that disrespects you, but a woman that truly loves you and has been loyal and faithful to you deserves all of your loyalty from the man, all of the loyalty from the man as well, which is what I'm trying to say. So I get what you're saying there, Larry. It makes sense. Got 83 in the box, 8 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up and please share this out. I would greatly appreciate it. You know, here's the thing. Enough of that. We've cleared it up. And for people that still don't want to understand or believe what's causing these seizures, we don't know 100% yet, but that's what we're more so leaning towards. And that's also coming from our doctors. So we'll keep you folks posted as we hear more. But the next thing I want to talk about is this. I know this is the last time I'll be talking about Jamie regarding all this fake instigated drama, unless they start it back up again. If they truly keep their word on not simulcasting me, they can do their reaction videos. It's all good. But if they keep their word on not simulcasting me, and that includes the members only streams, and that includes even on any other platform, including Rumble, then this will be it, right? If you guys start up again, I'll be right back to responding and defending myself. But in spite of everything I'm going to be sharing here today, I want to put this out there. There are a lot of people that are banned here. And I'm going to make this offer once again, like I did many months ago, and people told me to shove it up my culo. Okay? If there are going to be no simulcasts happening anymore, that doesn't give some of you other folks an opportunity to chat. If you want that opportunity to chat here, and you're going to be reasonable and respectful, that doesn't mean you have to agree with me. You can come into the chats here and disagree, but disagree respectfully. Do not attack myself or anyone else. GLM is not missing. I'm going to address that. I'm going to ban you because it's you. It's you, Coach J, or whoever else. You folks don't know GLM as well as I do. You folks are trying to still paint Eli as the man that doesn't care about GLM who's been missing. That's what she wants you to think. Have you not paid attention to GLM's pattern over the last 5-6 years? You guys don't care about GLM. You don't even care about the disabled but deathly Carl guy. You guys don't care. What you care about is what you can make content out of and monetize, right? Don't come in here pretending like you give a damn about GLM. I do. But the reason why I haven't talked about it is because I know she's okay. And I know that she's stepping away to lead you folks to believe something is going on because she's tired of all your crap. And she got tired of the disabled guy stuff. So is that addressing it for you? Have I heard from her? No. But I don't need to hear from her. I could reach out to her later today. Hold on, I had to moderate something. GLM is fine. She's a very stable woman. She's very mentally and emotionally stable. She's got a great career in the mental health industry, and she's all good. And let me tell you something. She's playing all of you, and she's doing a damn good job. Keep playing it, GLM, because, you know, GLM's like, okay, if this dude's going to fake ending himself, I'm going to do the same thing. And these morons are just going to sit there and just wonder what's going on. GLM's probably watching this right now and laughing her head off. And most of you already know that. So that's all I'm going to say about the GLM thing. I'm sure she'll be back at some point soon, just like Mr. Disabled but Deathly Carl miraculously came out of the ICU in less than 24 hours and then started posting on his community tab again. Like, give me a fucking break. I mean, seriously, give me a break here, right? The miracle cure happened in less than 24 hours. No one comes out of ICU in less than 24 hours. And they would keep you there for observation much longer. Give me a break. Give me a break. Got 88 in the box. 88 miles per hour. That's how fast the DeLorean had to reach. To trigger going Back to the Future. 90 in the box. 12 thumbs up. Please smash a thumbs up. Please share this out. So, Ladybug says, I wish people would just be themselves. Well, some of them are really lacking something deep within. Ladybug, I'm sure you know that. This is the way they cope with their lack of self-love. For whatever reason they lack self-love. Maybe it's due to their personality. Maybe it's due to their physical appearance. Maybe it's a combination of both. But this is what they're doing to attempt to make themselves feel better. Larry says exactly. They see mileage and point scoring to exploit from GLM. The Legion can't stand her. Yeah. They all don't like her, but they're all of a sudden concerned because I haven't talked about her, and they're trying to paint me. They're trying to paint me as the man that pushed the Disabled with Deathly Carl guy to potentially end himself, which we all know is a hoax now, and I knew it was a hoax from the very beginning. And now they're trying to do the same thing with GLM, and it's simply not true. It's simply not true. She's watching this. She's been watching everything quietly and laughing at you folks, while probably hanging out with her man or doing something more important. AZ Prod and posting fake pics. We're going to get to that. I'm not going to show anything on the screen, but we're going to talk about it because you folks have already seen it. And all you need to hear from me is my commentary. And that way I don't have any fears of being taken down for, posting these pictures or copyright or anything like that, right? Yeah, AZ Prod. That... Google Images, man. That was not that guy. Even Tiffany was saying, "Oh, that was him." 10 years ago. No, Tiffany, that was a Google image. Come on, Tiffany, that was a Google image, and I screenshot all of that too before he deleted it. So I have everything. I mean, I could do a documentary. I could do. I swear to God, on the Legion. They've done so much content on me. I could do I could do actually a whole entire series on the Legion for 6 years straight and have content to do 20 episodes, 20 1-hour episodes per year for 6 years. There's that much content, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me just say this, and then I'm going to take a quick break because I need to take a break. Got to use the restroom real quick. To anyone that's blocked here, regardless of who else's content you watch, okay? I'm not trying to steal anyone's audience or anything. People are allowed to go wherever they want to go. But anyone that is blocked here, that would like to chat and would like to be unbanned, you will need to email me at coacheli@coach.eliasmelas.com, and you will need to send me a link to your channel directly in the email. If you don't send me a link to your channel, even if it's warranted to unban you, I'm not going to go looking for your channel. You're going to have to send me a link to your channel, and you're going to have to let me know who you are and why you want to come back. But you're going to have to be respectful. That doesn't mean you have to agree with me. You're going to have to be respectful, and you're going to have to keep it on the topic that we're discussing. Whatever we're discussing, you can share your opinions on whether you agree with me or not. I'm not going to ban you for disagreeing. I will ban you from attacking myself or others because we don't share the same position on what we're talking about. You have the right to disagree. Just do it respectfully, and you will not get fucking banned. You understand that? So if you would like to be unbanned, email me at coacheli@coach.eliasmelas.com. Okay? And I would be happy to unban you. But there will be no trolling, no soft trolling. Okay? And there will be no spamming. There are people that have unblocked in the past that are reblocked because you come here in the chat and you spam my chat. What is spamming? Spamming is basically when there are more messages from one person than anyone else. So, for example, on the screen here on my laptop, I can see like maybe 10 people's messages without having to scroll. If more than 2 or 3 of those messages out of the 10 are from one person, you're spamming, right? Okay. If the majority of the screen is full with your messages, you're spamming because other people aren't saying anything and you're just coming here to spam the chat, right? So if you're spamming, trolling, soft trolling, attacking, ad hominem attacks, you're being disrespectful, you'll be removed. If you want to come here and share your opinions, whether you agree or not, no problem. But if you disagree respectfully and move on and don't drag things on. And you're going to be more than welcome to stick around. No, the cigars are not allowed here. No blue cigar or red or chocolate or whatever, Larry. Hey, Tia, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. Thank you again to Tia and to Patty. They each donated $20 via Super Chat on the Walking with Purpose stream last night. Thank you so much. Okay. So that is that. All right. So now we are at 37 minutes. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back, and I have about an hour to go through everything I want to go through. I'm going to discuss what Jamie is agreeing to do or just saying he's going to do, how his group has responded. I'm going to share more of my thoughts regarding this fake, ending of one's life that Disable It Deathly tried to play us on. I'm going to share why I think it happened. I'm going to share my opinions. People are going to disagree probably, but I'm going to share how I think this all came about. Okay? And I don't necessarily want to blame anyone, but I'm going to share what I think is really going on. Oh, boy. All right, so you're saying that give me a second here. Sweet Ride Lightning just wanted to let you know DVD posted a video crying, but he is blaming everyone, not you. Well, wonderful. I'll check it out during the break, and I'll let you know what I think when we get back. So I'm going to take a quick break, folks. I'm going to take a quick break. And when I come back, I'll share my thoughts. and we'll continue. So let me just cue up some music here. All right, music is all queued up. Stick around. We'll be right right, we are back live. We are back live. We are just going to stretch it and get right back down to business. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Wow. I just went over to Disabled but Deathly's channel and I heard the video, the short video he put out that I was made aware of in the chat. I did screen record it. He's probably going to remove it. I'm trying to capture as much of this as possible. And I'm going to share my thoughts about it here in just a second. I'm going to wait for some people to pop on back in because I'm sure some people went over there when it was mentioned in the chat here and went to listen to it. I'm going to share my thoughts about what I think is going on. It's going to be respectful. It's going to be professional. And I'm going to share what I feel this guy should do. Raleigh says, Bayou Repair Guy, I'm sorry, I'm super busy today, but I'll catch the rest on the replay later, everyone. Later, Raleigh. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for becoming a super fan sponsor at the $99.99 level. That's just far too kind of you, but thank you for that. Thanks for the info. Lightning says AZ Prod. Larry says Bruno Mars. Yep. Sweet Ride Lightning says you're welcome, AZ Prod. Okay. Let me make sure that the audio and video are still good because I'm running low on time here. Let me see. Here in just a second. I'm going to wait for some people to pop on back in because I'm sure some people went over there when it was mentioned in the chat here. All right, so I heard the video that Disabled but Deathly put out. And now I'm starting to have some concerns about him legitimately. Tiffany mentioned something on her stream earlier saying that, you know, he may have BPD, borderline personality disorder. I'm not a doctor. Let me make this very clear. I'm not a doctor. I'm a life coach. This is out of my scope. And I cannot help this guy, and none of us can help this guy. This guy needs professional help from licensed professionals. This guy needs a doctor, a therapist. He needs a psychologist. Quite frankly, honestly, I think at this point, and this is, listen, I'm not going to take any action, and I'm not suggesting anyone does. But someone needs to get him some help. Someone needs to get this guy some help. I think he's mentally ill, in my opinion. These are just my opinions. I think he has mental illness, and maybe he has BPD, and he's really not understanding what's going on here. But I think he is legitimately, at this point, hurting over maybe a lack of attention or whatever, right? Maybe this whole thing regarding what he was doing to me was giving him purpose. The problem with that is he was stealing my content. And I don't care who you are or what you're going through. If you are affecting my right to free enterprise out here, if you're rebroadcasting all of my live streams and then trying to steal all of my members only content and make it publicly available for free to other people, I have to take action to protect myself. I never did anything to this guy, and I don't think anyone has done anything to him. I think this guy is just desperately seeking acceptance, relevancy, attention, and he's going about it the wrong way. And if his family has known him, this is not the first time this has probably happened. His family needs to get him the help. Now, at the same time, and I don't really want to say this, but I have to also say this could still be an act. I don't think at this point it is an act, but it could be. We don't know. We don't know. But why is this guy continuously coming out here on his channel and doing this stuff? Why? Why won't he talk with people from the Legion group? There are a lot of people that are connected with him through Discord and stuff. Why won't he talk with them? Why is he putting this stuff out there publicly? Why? If you want to build a successful YouTube channel and gain an audience and get people to like you or whatever, you're going about it the wrong way, dude. You're going about it the wrong way. I'm disgusted by this whole thing, but at the same time, at this point, I have some legitimate concerns because even if this is somewhat acting, there's some truth to this. This guy is hurting and he needs help. And the help that he needs is way out of the scope of a life coach. I'm not qualified to help someone in this capacity, and neither is anyone else here. None of us are qualified to help him. This guy needs professional, licensed professional help from a mental health professional, a therapist, a psychologist. He needs to go in. What he needs to do at this point, in my opinion, is check himself into someplace and get medical help. He needs medical help. He's saying that the police broke in to his place and found him bleeding or whatever, right? If that's true, sir, then why would you put this all publicly on YouTube to the point of where people are legitimately concerned? Now, they can say the same thing about, myself and sharing the seizure that Dawn had, but I said Dawn is doing fine. She's fine now. She had a seizure. She's doing fine. You haven't come out and said you're doing fine. You continue to come off like you're in a situation where people are feeling that you may cause yourself harm. This guy needs to get help. And to the people that are connected with him, reach out to him and talk with him and help him get the help he needs, because I'm not connected with this guy. I don't have his number. I'm not on Discord. I'm not anywhere there, but I know there are people that are connected to him. Get this guy the help he needs. All right. Let me see here. Let's go over to, I'm not going to show it on the screen. Let's talk about a posting that Jamie put out yesterday on his Dr. Legion channel, which used to be the Coach Legion channel that used to rebroadcast me, but now it's a monetized channel and he's trying to protect it for whatever reason. Yada, yada, yada. That's on him. It's all good. Okay. He wrote this: effective immediately, I'm ceasing all restreams of the CUCK on all channels and websites that I own. I cannot control if other people restream this guy, and I won't force anyone to stop. So Eli, don't even come at me with that crap. Well, you do have more pull than you think, dude, and people are stopping to do it because quite frankly, honestly, you've always wanted first dibs to my content. And whenever you wanted to restream me, everyone else respects your wishes. And I've heard other people say that before. So you have more control than you're willing to admit. But that's fine. I can't hold you accountable for any actions besides your own. I would, however, suggest to all restreamers to stop as well, just so he has to find something else to discuss. That's all I've ever wanted for the last 6 years. That's all I've ever wanted. So it's the right thing to do. And thank you for that. And that's the direction we're going to head towards, James, as long as you folks continue to live by what you're saying here, live by these words of what you're saying. Why? Multiple reasons. One, it seems to be one of his primary points of whining about being bullied and harassed. You were bullying and harassing me. It is bullying and harassment. You guys, I honestly firmly believe what happened with the disabled but deathly guy is he was used as a prop for your content. Now, I can't sit here and I don't have proof of this, but I just know how you guys have worked in the past. And I'm going to share my final thoughts today, and then I'm moving forward from this. But I honestly think that whether disabled but deathly was paid or not, I think he might have been paid by Silicone. But whether he was paid or not, I firmly believe what he was trying to do initially was to help create content for the Legion. And then because it didn't go the way he expected it, it had to be amped up. People tried to cover it up, yada, yada, yada. And now because it failed, now this guy's disappointed that what he didn't get the outcome he wanted, so now he's really hurting. I think right now he's really hurting. I think he's hurting more so because it was a failed attempt to get attention and to help the group of people he's been a part of with the restreaming and all that. He failed to get the response from me, and people started calling it out, and they know that the whole thing has been pretty much fake for the most part. Do I think how he's reacting to it right now is fake? No. But I think he's hurting because this whole thing he concocted, whether he was pushed into doing it or he did it on his own, okay, it failed. It failed miserably, right? So now he looks really bad. Now people are saying, wow, dude, wow, you would go this far, whether you did it on your own or to try to look cool in front of a group of people that you're trying to gain acceptance from. I mean, come on, dude. Seriously, man. Seriously, man. Which isn't what the restreams are supposed to be about. Well, the bottom line is there are people that don't like me that will watch your streams because they're blocked here. That still doesn't give you guys the right to rebroadcast my entire streams. You guys do have the right to do commentary and criticism using small portions of my content, and you guys have started to do that, and that's not a problem. I've always said that. But when there are one or multiple people simulcasting my live streams or even simulcasting my paywalled content, which Disabled but Deathly was doing it as well too, that's not right. And that is considered bullying right there. You're taking money out of my pocket. You're taking viewers away from my monetized channel. You know you're doing that because right now you're not simulcasting me. I believe that. And we've got 89 people here, whereas if you were simulcasting me, I'd probably have 40 or 50. Bella Vendetta. Hey, Eli, listening from work. Welcome to the show, Bella. Hope your day is going well. It is about recording my CUCKERY, but through the observer effect. I'm a normal human being that helps people. I give good advice, and I've helped lots of people. And you folks have spun things way out of context. You guys tried to paint me as the guy that drove this guy to possibly end himself when it had nothing to do with me. All I was doing was protecting my content that you've all been stealing for years. But you guys tried to paint me as the guy that drove him to do this. It had nothing to do with me. You in effect change that which you observe and thereby affect how it functions and operates. All I'm doing is helping people that are open to the help. And I'm sharing, my stories. Dawn's sharing her stories. We're sharing our stories. And we're helping people with good advice. That's it. That's all we've ever done. And then we've responded to the BS that many people have come at us with through the years. This will then force the CUCK to figure out new things to talk about, and then we'll see how much of a success he can be without my help. You've never helped me. I've done everything on my own. Don't try to take away from me because of the restreams. You thinking you talking about me all day, every day has helped me? No, it's hurt me. But I figured out how to flip it and not let it affect me. I tackled it head on and it worked. And here's where we're at today. He says he's going to go viral, so go on then, CUCK. Well, dude, until you can stop calling me CUCK, you're really not over this. I think here's the thing, dude. I want to believe you're being genuine about this. I think the reason why you don't want to do the restreams anymore is because you're realizing they're helping me more than hurting me. But for whatever reason, it's the right thing to do, and we can both move on and see what happens, right? But I don't think you would have ever stopped if there wasn't a reason for you to stop. If it wasn't affecting you, you wouldn't stop. It's affecting you, which is why you're stopping. But that's fine. The fact is, you decided to stop, and the other people have decided to do it as well on your end, and I appreciate that, okay? But I got to keep it real, okay? 2, to protect my channels. This one is pretty cut and dry. No restreaming, no worry of copyright strikes or channels going down. Well, you're circumventing. So you're always going to have to worry about people reporting you for circumventing. I'm not doing any of that, but I can't control what other people do. I can't also control, YouTube coming across, your channel and then realizing that's the same guy that's circumventing. But yeah, the more you go at people, the more they're going to be prone to try to flag you down and get you removed. So it's a smart move for you. You figure, hey, if you move on past myself, Tiffany, and all these people you've come at for years that could be encouraged to try to remove you for circumventing because of what you're doing, by you removing us out of the equation, yeah, you lessen your chance of being removed you lessen your chance from being removed for circumvention, which is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I get that, dude, but I'm gonna clarify here exactly what you mean. Avenue 30 says the whole situation is bizarre and has a lot of inconsistencies. That's what Jamie does. He throws people off. He throws people into a tailspin because it keeps the drama content going. It keeps giving them something to talk about. Bella Vendetta, I don't wish to do it ill. I hope he finds a more suitable community to be in because this one is brutal. He created this community, Bella. This is a community he created with his bare hands. This is his own community. Right? My community is my own community. He's not a part of any other community. He takes from other communities. He infiltrates live stream chats, right? And then he creates so much, drama and instigates and antagonizes people so much that they talk about him. And once they talk about him, he talks about them and leverages their audiences. AZ Prod, very true, Bella. Wrong group to associate with. It's his own group. So no restreaming, no worry of copyright strikes or channels going down. Well, less of a worry. Again, you're still circumventing. You're always going to have to deal with that. But see, you did that to yourself based on the content that you created. Like the content you were creating violated the terms of service, which is why, look, the whole world is probably flagging me. Why don't I go down? Because I don't violate the terms of service like you did, James. I'm just being honest with you. But I get it. You're trying to come back and lessen the chance of being removed for circumventing. Maybe you're back now technically as an independent contractor because your AdSense account is run by somebody else. That's what JB has done. JB is circumventing. Same with Tiffany. Same with many other people within the group of people that stem from your group, James. Why is that? Because of the content you folks are creating, it violates the terms of service, and eventually you get at least one channel shut down. And once you have one channel shut down, you can technically never come back because you're technically circumventing, right? I'm not talking about liking. I'm talking about DVD. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it was the wrong group for him to associate with. But they love bombed him. They made him feel important. And, everyone's important. But they more so used him as a weapon to come at me. If you feel that they weaponized him to try to come at me and paint me as the guy that drove him to potentially end himself, put a 1 in the chat. They weaponized this guy. That's the truth of the matter. Everyone already knows, shut up already, he says. Eli, you're not educating anyone on copyright concerns. I never said I was, dude. But the bottom line is this. I did hear ODN say he tried to sue you in small claims copyright court, and because you can actually opt out of it, you did. And you forced him into federal copyright court, which requires an attorney and requires a lot more money, which he doesn't have. I don't have. So there's no point to suing anyone for copyright because they're going to opt out of the small claims copyright court. You know the game, James. You played it perfectly. Hats off to you. I'm not even trying to praise you. I'm just saying, hey, if you can get away with it due to a loophole in the system, it's wrong of me to say this, but why not? I get it. 3, I really dislike having to stop whatever I'm doing to restream this moron when I'm focusing on other legitimate content. I've made you a lot of money, and I've made you more money than anything else you've ever done out here. Don't try to downplay it, dude. This is my last stream on this. As long as you keep your word, I'm going to keep mine. But, dude, you're trying to downplay it, dude. Okay? I don't like when people come into chat to suggest these things or announce when this idiot goes live. It really irks me when I'm trying to make real content and not just cry about what a victim I am for being restreamed, for being a California cuckold like some people do. Dude, if your people are asking you to restream me, who do they really want to watch? It tells you they want to watch me and not you. So if you want them to watch you, then give them a reason to watch you by making your own content and not being dependent on mine. That's it, period. End of story. Now, if you notice, I didn't say I wouldn't still respond to this CUCKOLD. What does this mean? Well, if he continues to speak on me, I will make dedicated cuck-busting streams. If you want to respond to this, you can, but I'm not going to respond to it ever again. I'm not. If you guys truly are stopping the simulcast, this is it. This is my final stream. I mentioned I was going to do this. Okay? And then, and Eli, these aren't streams you want me to put on. They will be full of receipts, clips, etc. They will have far more production value to them than these run-of-the-mill restreams that are more fly by the seat of your pants. I understand that, dude. Okay? I get it. We don't have to take things there. I don't want to talk about you anymore. I don't hate you, dude. I just don't like what you've done to make your content. Okay? You move on, you do your own thing. Yeah, fine. Do some reaction videos to me pre-recorded every now and then. Or do a live stream once I'm done with my live and respond to it. No problem. And use small clips. No problem. I'll never flag those. Those are technically fair use. But as far as me, continuing to go at this, there's no need to. There's no reason to. And another thing, even though I stand tall that I feel Silicone is Brian, I'm not going to refer to Silicone as Brian anymore. If I ever do talk about Silicone in the future, I will refer to Silicone as Silicone. Okay? So there's how I'm going to handle this. Okay? 1. People putting 1 in the chat, of course. Avenue 30 says, Mr. Disabled probably didn't anticipate the oops would be called. Hope he learns his lesson. Yeah, I think he's really hurt. I more so believe the last video he put out was genuine, but I don't think he's to the point of where he wants to end himself. I think he's hurt because he is so desperately seeking relevancy and acceptance. And if this group truly wants to accept him, they're not going to weaponize him to try to get to me. All of you tried to weaponize Disabled but Deadly Carl, or Deathly, he's gone by both. All of you have tried to weaponize Carl to paint me as the man that is driving him over the edge. And that was not true. And most people see that, and they've called it out. Let's see. Yeah, well, he didn't anticipate that the cops are going to be called, because most people are overseas. But even people, here in the U.S., were trying to contact the cops. I think if I had to guess, I think Jamie and maybe a few other people were aware of this whole skit from the beginning, but I also believe some of them were not aware. And you got to watch these live streams and look at people's reactions and listen to whether they react or stay quiet, or you can kind of tell who knows what's going on, and you can also tell who doesn't know by the way they react. So I firmly believe that Jamie knew about this from the beginning, and maybe a few other people in the Legion, but there were also other creators that didn't know about this, because they had to step in and, take action and try to call the police to see if he's okay. I mean, even to members of the Legion, or people that participate with the Legion, even some of them, unknowingly, I feel, were weaponized to try to make this seem legit and to try to further paint me as the person that tried to drive this guy over the edge. I mean, wow. Bella Vendetta says, he built his audience up to hate on you, then complains when they want to watch you. LOL. Right. Avenue 30, he's a perfect example of a crybaby. Yeah. Well, DBD is, yes. DBD is definitely a perfect example of that. He was bullying me. This dude was bullying me, and now he's complaining about being bullied? Give me a break. Skit is right, says Avenue 30. Yep. Yeah. Let's see here. I will take payments up front to respond to this CUCKOLD as well. My Cash App is always open, of course. Be my guest if you want to do reaction videos. We're not going to talk about you. And, if you're going to do response videos to my normal content, number one, I don't think your people are going to donate to that. Number two, it's going to be boring to you and to them, right? Then he puts in, keep in mind that, one, I will still make money more than you. Well, dude, here's the thing. I don't care if you make more money than me, or if somebody else makes more money than you. It doesn't matter to me, dude. What I care about is my audience, giving them great content, and taking care of my family, including Don. Okay? I don't care about, the fact right now you're projecting. You got to make it clear. I will still make money more than you. Who cares? What does that matter? Why do you feel the need to put that out there? 2, I will still get views more than you. Who cares? A lot of your views are botted views. Mine are not. Every now and then people will bot me, but they haven't done that in a while. So I don't care if you get more views than me. I don't care if you make more money than me. It doesn't matter. My success is based upon where I take it. Your success is based upon where you take it. See, the fact that you're constantly comparing yourself to me, James, means that you want to be like me. You are constantly comparing yourself to me. And I think deep within yourself, legitimately in real life, not just YouTube, I think that as long as you're making more money than me and getting more views than me, you're going to feel like some self-satisfaction that you're better than me. But if I surpass you making more money than you and getting more views and more subs and all that, it's going to make you feel triggered and miserable. And you shouldn't feel that way. You should focus on yourself, not worry about me, just like I'm going to do. Focus on myself. I've never wanted to focus on you. All I've done is defend myself. But look at your own words here are saying, it's almost like saying, wow, I cannot let Eli surpass me or else I'm not going to feel good about myself anymore. You should feel good about yourself no matter what, dude. And you should never compare, as a real man, you should never compare yourself to another man, dude. There's no need to compare yourself. Real men stand on their own, dude. Real men stand on their own, just like I mentioned yesterday in my Walking with Purpose stream, or on my Walking with Purpose stream. Avenue 30, so they're trying to say he went over the edge by you calling them Mr. Disabled, but that's literally his channel name, LOL. I have a feeling Avenue 30 is GLM on the sock. Welcome, GLM. GLM is out there, folks. GLM is, let me tell you this, mad respect to you, GLM. You are smarter than most of all these people. You're so funny, GLM. You're so funny. What a beat a narc, says Easy Prod. Lisa Spears. If the Legion is smart, they'd back away. DBD. He's clearly not mentally well and attention seeking. No, he's mentally ill. He's very mentally ill, in my opinion. I'm not a doctor, but in my opinion, he's mentally ill and he's got BPD, like Tiffany said. He's got borderline personality disorder. Like, if anyone is dangerous, it's him. And people need to get him help. He needs to get help. His family needs to step in and give him help. Or get him help. Avenue 30 at Lisa Spears. Yup, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Avenue 30, you just need to walk away from people like that. Lisa Spears, liking comes off very insecure at times. Well, he's projecting right there. Like, honestly, there was no need for you to put that in your posting. Number 3, he goes, I will still use your content, but it will be fair use. So you're saying it wasn't fair use before. That's great. You can use anyone's content, including mine, under fair use. No problem. And there's nothing you can do about it. I've never wanted to do something about it. I've never, listen, people can do reaction videos and use clips, small excerpts, just like copyright law states and YouTube states in their terms of service. So no problem, dude. If you want to do a reaction to me after my streams or videos are put out and use small clips, no problem. I've never had a problem with that, dude. I've had a problem with my entire pieces of content being rebroadcasted while they're live. You're taking away my live viewers and all that. Number 4, I will go much harder when I have time to prepare. Dude, come on, man. Seriously, dude. There's no need to go at this anymore, either one of us. It's time to move on. That's it. Then he says, honestly, I was doing you a favor, dedicating so little time to you that I would simply comment on what you're saying in the moment. The bottom line is this. When you weren't rebroadcasting me, somebody from your network was, and they were getting paid to do so by the same person you're getting paid to do it from or for, right? So the bottom line is, dude, you have a network of people that conglomerate behind the scenes through Discord, and when it would make sense for you to do the restreams, you would do it. If not, you'd have someone else do it. And I know you get a little cut out of when other people do it. That's part of your deal with them. Because technically you did build the audience. And a lot of these people, no disrespect to anyone else that's a part of the Legion, if you notice, your audience, the people that are a part of the Legion that make content and do live streams, have you noticed that your audience is Jamie's audience? So, like, I could see why the guy would want a cut of you guys doing the restreams when he can't. So, listen, dude, I'm a lot smarter than you think, and I understand the situation. And I'm agreeing to this because, you know, when all the restreamers stop, that's when there's truly, that's when there's truly a possibility of peace, and that's when both sides are truly moving on. But if you want me to make full-on produced shows about your cuckery instead, that can and will be arranged as well. Dude, why do you have to sit here and make threats and project onto me? You want to stop, I'll stop too. I hear what you're saying. You could ask me in a much more polite way, and I would still agree to it. I am agreeing to this. So if you want to continue speaking on me, I told you I'm going to talk about it one last time. This is it. I will respond in kind. This is your official notice of my continued action from here on out. Act accordingly. Dude, how about you ask nicely? Don't demand shit, dude. I'm a human being just like you are. I'm not going to demand anything from you. But don't demand stuff from me. You need to, simmer down and be a little bit nicer and be kind to people, dude. Like, you're trying to do the right thing here, but it sounds like you're forced into doing this. I honestly think that you're doing this because you're forced into doing this based on the circumstances, primarily stemming from what happened with Carl Disabled but Deadly. But for whatever reason, it's the right thing to do. Let's move on. But come on, dude, you don't have to throw in all these threats in here and stuff like that. This is irrelevant, dude. It's unnecessary. You wanted the restreams to stop? I'm stopping. Good. Then I'll stop talking about you. But I will respond and defend myself if you continue to attack myself and others in the Legion. And I'll defend myself if you continue to attack myself, my girlfriend Dawn, and anyone that I care for. It's the same thing. It works both ways. So I agree. I agree with you. You stop, I stop. If I start up again, you start up again. So, yeah, that makes sense. That's all I've ever wanted. You just have chosen to not stop until now. Now you're choosing to stop. But you're stopping because there's nowhere left to go with it, really. But I agree. So, you guys move on entirely. We move on entirely. And let's create real content and see who's the better creator. I'm not going to pay attention to your stuff. But if you want to keep on comparing yourself to me when we create our real content, be my guest. You really don't want this Lycan theory coming back, but since y'all requested it, I'm humbly obliging. I think you make decisions for yourself. I think your audience can be somewhat influential, and so can mine. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you make your own decisions, and so do I. Let's see. Avenue 30 says BPD is extremely difficult to treat. Some psychiatrists will even refuse to treat patients with BPD because they are resistant to change. Yeah, they have to want to make the change first, right? I know that's GLM. GLM is in here. Avenue 30 is GLM. You don't have to admit it, but everyone knows you're okay. I know you're okay. And the reason why I haven't emailed GLM is because I know how she does things. I know she's a very stable and mentally and emotionally sane woman. Larry says if he's got mental/emotional issues, then loved ones need to keep him away from triggering environments. Well, his family should be there and get him the help he needs. This guy needs psychological help. This guy needs to get treatment for this. This is not normal behavior. This is like borderline psychopathic behavior. Like, this is the type of guy that turns into like a serial killer or something, right? Be Good says, haha, Jamie's such a little man baby, I swear. Be Good says, sorry, I'm still driving, but had to say that. Larry says, hey, Be Good. Be Good says, hey, at Larry. Good to see you. It was at a stoplight there, actually. Don't chat and drive. Good for you, Be Good. Lisa Spears says, Be Good. He is a man baby. He's secondhand embarrassment to listen to. Richard T., you're live early today. I think Jamie's more capable. Jamie's very capable of creating real content. He's not a dumb guy. He's very capable. Okay? He's very, very capable. He just has to choose to create better content. Lisa Spears, Richard, yes, the one who dates girls online to get subs and for drama and can't grow a decent beard. I gotta trim my beard, by the way. I haven't trimmed it in like 3.5 weeks. I'm gonna do it like tomorrow. But it's been good luck that I've let it grow out again. Richard T. at Lisa Spears, yeah, I heard his real life social skills are zero. Yeah, I'm not gonna speak on that. I'm not gonna speak on that. But anyway, that is that. So James responded to a community posting that James responded in a community posting, which is what I'm trying to say, regarding a video Raleigh put out on his main channel. And he was saying that, James is the one involved with the disabled at deathly thing. And James says, prove it, Ratly. He calls him RAT-LEIGH. Here's the thing, James. Anything and everything that goes through your group goes through your Discord. Everyone in your Discord, is going to see what's going on, right? So I think what Raleigh was trying to say is that even though you may not have been directly involved with what DVD, ended up doing with the, fake attempt of ending himself, right? You still knew what was going on, and so did other people. And then the other people that didn't know what was going on are either not a part of your Discord or are seriously thinking that there is something wrong with this guy and he needs help, right? I'm at the point right now where I do think this guy needs help. But at the time this was happening initially, I feel it was a ploy to get attention. And because his ploy of a fake posting threatening to end himself, because his ploy didn't work and get him the attention he wanted or get him the desired result of people, smashing me, and it backfired on him, now he's hurting, right? Which is the wrong reason to hurt. This guy was already hurting initially. Like, he was already hurting, seeking acceptance and relevancy. But what he's not realizing is he went to the wrong group to try and get that. So, no, he doesn't have to prove anything, James. The bottom line is you know everything going on in your group, and you have full control over it. You have full control over who restreams me and who doesn't. You have full control of your group. I know how you work. People have told me from your end. That's how you work. It's whatever Jamie wants, whatever Jamie wants, whatever Jamie wants. That's how it works over there, dude. So just stop it, okay? Now, I've got to get going here in a few minutes. Be Good says, what he will do is just move on to someone in the Krama community. If he isn't going after someone in Krama, he is going after you, Eli Patterns. Yeah, he'll be back. I mean, I hope this is the end of it forever with the rebroadcasts. As far as doing reaction videos or reaction streams, different story. But I hope the restreams are done forever, including the members-only ones. Okay? But we'll see. But if he keeps his promise, I'll keep mine. I will. I will, James. I honestly will. Lisa Spears, Lycan wants fast money, so he does drama instead of real content that would have longevity. Right. I'm building for the future, and I'm growing slowly but surely. We got 89 in the box, 20 thumbs up. 91 in the box now, 20 thumbs up. Please smash a thumbs up. Please share this out. Let me see. Is there one more thing I wanted to go over? I've already talked about the postings that DBD did. I've talked about Tiffany's situation. I talked about Dawn and what they were saying about her. I've talked about Jamie's request. Yeah, just a few other things. James, you, and I say this respectfully because I truly do respect people's wishes. Okay. There are a few people on your side that create content within your network, let's just call it that have threatened to, take legal action on me if I don't stop talking about them. So I decided to respect that because even though I may feel that I've done nothing to warrant them taking legal action on me, I want to respect their wishes. So there are people, James, you put out a posting and to respect what I was asked by this person, you put out a posting that it's more than one person, but you asked me to, let me see here. Where is this posting? Was it on the other channel? I think it was. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me see here. Did he delete it? Because if he did, I have screenshots of it. Let's see here. Let's see. Where is that posting? Oh, there it is. So I'm not going to mention the person's name out of respect for their request. They asked me to stop talking, or they may have to take legal action. You put out a posting, James, saying, Eli, if you're going to talk drama today, respond to this person's stream that they just finished. You seem to skip over when this person says something and hyper focus on me and JB Gunners. JB Gunner and I, you always mention the other person first. That's proper English, but that's okay. This person made some good points in the stream, and I'm going to call you a coward cuckold if you don't respond to this person. Well, that's one of the people that threatened legal action on me if I don't stop talking about them, and I want to respect their wishes. That's all. That's the truth of the matter, James. So I'm not going to respond to something where I'm not allowed to respond to. I want to respect that. Right? There's another person that threatened legal action on me, so I'm not talking about that person either. I'm responding to you in a roundabout way to be respectful to the requests of people that have asked me to stop talking about them, whether I feel I have the right to talk about them or not. If someone reaches out to me and tells me to stop, even if it's legitimate, I'm going to do it. I'm going to give them the courtesy, and that's what I want to do. So you can't come out here and call me a coward cuckold when I've been asked to not talk about this person that you want me to talk about. It's kind of like what's going on between you and Granny. You're not supposed to talk about her. So anyone that puts you in that position puts you in a bad position. So there's your answer to that. I'm being honest and reasonable and respectful to you and to these other people. That's it. Avenue 30, you have a lot more viewers today. Well, thank you. That's because there's no rebroadcast. If there's no rebroadcast, they're going to come here. Kayla says, hello, everyone. Larry says, I don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. It's not that he's not believable. His His thing has been fake instigated drama. Look, there's a lot of good stuff that dude can create, and I really hope he takes this opportunity to create that. Okay? Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's where we're going to stop. I think I've said everything I need to say here. And we've been on for an hour and 42 minutes. And I can still go another 10 more minutes, but I'm just looking to see here. Is there anything else I need to cover? Yeah, I don't think I need to talk about anything else. Larry says, remember, Eli, only judges can make judgments. Creators threatening this and that don't meanish. Yeah, but what you don't understand, Larry, is this. Anyone can sue you at any time for any reason, right? You still have to go to court and take time out of your busy day to go defend yourself. But they have to do the same thing too, right? So what I'm saying, Larry, is that if someone asks me to just not talk about them, even if they're talking about the funny thing is, a lot of people have asked me to stop talking about them, but they kept talking about me. Maybe they're going to stop now, or maybe they'll just do it the right way through reaction videos, and that's fine. But if somebody asks me to not talk about them, I'm going to respect that. And that's all I've been doing. I'm not afraid to talk about anyone. Okay. I've never been afraid to share my responses. But if people ask me to stop or they're going to consider taking legal action, what would you do? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to disrespect that, regardless of who asks me for that. One more thing. LOL, somebody's butthurt about last night's stream. If you want to see it, you're going to have to buy a membership. And I don't care. And I don't care if you're a hater. Just give me more money. Right? Right. Well, I'm going to say this, James. I wish you nothing but the best of luck, sincerely. You keep your word. I'm going to keep mine. You guys start the simulcast again, whether it's members only, whether it's my actual public content, whether it's on Rumble or BitChute or YouTube or Facebook or wherever, or even if you're doing it behind the scenes in some other way. If I find out about any one of these people from your network restreaming me, I will call it out. If not, we're good. But despite everything, I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Despite all the hateful stuff you said to me, calling me the C word and all that, I really wish you nothing but the best for your health, happiness, and success. I may be back for a walk later tonight, folks, or I might just take the rest of the night off. I got to get to a doctor's appointment with Dawn in just over an hour from now. Keep it locked here. The members-only live stream will be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Get your $4.99 channel membership if you want to just view the live streams, including that one. That does not include replays anymore. If you want the replays in addition, you will need to get a $9.99 channel membership, which will get you all of the current and past live stream replays for members-only content, and will also get you possible or potential members-only videos. And once again, if you want to be unblocked here and be able to chat while I'm going live, since this will be the only place you'll be able to watch my live streams, send me an email, Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com. You're going to have to send me your channel link, and you're going to have to, tell me why you want to come back, and you're going to have to be respectful and reasonable. You can disagree with the topic at hand I'm talking about, but respectfully disagree, and you can stick around. And that's it. Time to go. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.